If you've been following along the podcast, you know that last week I was talking about me having an existential crisis about consumerism and my overwhelm, but we worked through it. And also, if you've been following along, you know that the week before that we were talking about the power of the purge. So I think that I have a qualification here to be able to tell you what is worth your money and tell you what is worth your time. Although I do get very overwhelmed sometimes about consumerism, I obviously also am a consumer. However, as we spoke about, I am also a minimalistic person, and I believe that I am very particular about what I spend my money on. I am a wellness girly. I have tried so many different trends. I know what works and what doesn't work. And so today I'm going to talk to you about what works. These are my hyper specific hyper fixations, but genuinely products that enhance my life. This is like the Stephanie handbook, if you will. So without further ado, let's get into it. My first one, could not live without, cannot stop buying, will not stop buying. Aritzia has a chokehold on me. In particular, love everything from Aritzia, but in particular, their sweat sets are to die for. Absolutely love. I got my first sweat set from Aritzia back in 2021 or 2022. Still have it to this day. Looks brand new, washes well. Obviously, it's not as soft on the inside as it was when I first got it, but believe me when I tell you that it is not crunchy. I hate a crunchy sweat set. I cannot stand when you spend your good money. Sweat sets are not cheap these days, which is crazy to me, but I cannot stand buying a sweat set and literally in 2 washes, it's crunchy. I'm sorry. That's insane to me. Aritzia will never do me dirty. I have so many colors. It's disturbing. I absolutely love them. They have different lengths. So if you're short, if you like it cuffed in the bottom, if you like it straight, wide leg, they have so many different builds and options. Sweatshirts, hoodies, you name it. You can find it at Aritzia and they are just top tier, such high quality. Also to go with this, Aritzia TNA socks are impeccable. I'm so obsessed. I started with like the high ones. The socks that I get now from Aritzia, these are my favorite ones. They're called the best ever no-show sock. And I love these because they hit like right at the ankle. So it's not like so showy up the ankle, but it's also not like a ballerina sock. I used to be such a ballerina sock, like absolutely don't show that I'm wearing a sock at all. And now for some reason, I don't like that vibe. Like I want it to show a little bit when I'm wearing sneakers. I don't know why, don't ask, but that is how I feel. Anyways, you can't feel any like stitching on these socks. They're just so soft. They hold up so well. I don't know. I just love them so much. That's all I can say. Please just buy yourself a pack. I promise you it's worth it. Moving on, but that is like my my heaven. Love, 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 love. Please get them. Going in the comfy theme, we're going to talk about some sleep habits that I really enjoy. First on the list is something I recently got maybe a month and a half ago, is an acupressure mat. So this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a mat that has little spikes all over it that is pretty uncomfortable, to be honest. Obviously, it's like literally plastic little spikes. You lay down on it, and I do it before I go to bed. I'm at 5 minutes is the max that I can do comfortably. It just helps me sleep so well. I do it maybe 30 minutes before I'm going to bed, like when I'm ready to get in bed, and phone away, skincare routine done, ready to like kind of wind down. I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference. My heart rate lowers faster when I do this before bed. I track that with my Aura Ring. It just helps lower the cortisol. So I have ChatGPT pulled up. Benefits of an acupressure mat is muscle tension relief, helps the blood flow. It helps your stress and nervous system regulation, better sleep, pain relief, energy boost. I find that it really helps my nervous system regulation, helping to put me in a parasympathetic state, which then helps me sleep better. So when I can't sleep and I'm tossing and turning, this is my secret weapon. Ideally, you wouldn't wait until you can't sleep to use it. Another one of my products is the Symbiotica magnesium spray. So it's like a lavender scented sprayable magnesium. And so I spray it on the bottom of my feet and my chest, and the combination of the two, out like a light. So obsessed. This is such a good tool in my toolbox. I just got the acupressure mat from Amazon. It was very inexpensive. I think it was under $20. And the same thing with the magnesium spray. I have a subscription for it, so it's pretty cheap from Symbiotica, and I have it backstocked, so I always have one on hand. And I love to gift the magnesium spray as well. So good. On the topic of sleep, we're not done there. Another one is not only a good mattress, which I think if you have not invested in your mattress, that is such a non-negotiable for me. I have never regretted dropping bread on my mattress because you use it every single day, and it's really going to enhance your sleep and in turn your overall life. So highly recommend investing in your mattress. It's so funny that like I'm literally an influencer for mattresses in my own life. I have had 2 friends that have purchased my mattress and I'm so happy about it because now when I sleep at their house, I literally feel like I'm at home and it's the best feeling ever. Okay, the mattress I have is called Dream Cloud Luxury Hybrid Mattress. I have the king size. I got this one in the store. I went to like a mattress store and this is the one that I went with, but my friends that bought it, they got it from Amazon. So I think it's available on Amazon, and anything that I mention, if I can have links, I will link it down below for you. So you can just click there. But that is a mattress I have. The reason I mentioned this is investing in cotton sheets for the bed. Also got my cotton sheets from Amazon. Love them. I think that this is such a great investment, especially for me specifically. I tend to sweat in my sleep. So if there's like plastics in my bed while I'm sleeping, over time, you're going to ingest it. So getting 100% organic cotton sheets, they last so long. I've had mine, I think like 2-3 years. They're still in great shape. They hold up well. They're not very expensive. Also for sleep, I love my Aura ring. Obviously, this is a pretty hefty investment. I mean, depending on the color you get, couple $100. I have also had my Aura ring since like 2022. They have great customer service. So if you have any issues with it, they are very good to tend to any of your issues. And I have literally never regretted having my Aura ring. I recommend it to everyone. Also an influencer in my life for Aura rings. I've got like 4 people to get this as well. I highly recommend this. It's really interesting. I feel like the longer that you have it, the more you utilize it. I feel like sometimes people can get like a toxic mindset with it. And I have had that too, where I like wake up and it's the first thing I check. Now I sleep with my phone out of my room, because before I was like literally wake up and check and I'm like, oh, I haven't slept good. Let me go back to sleep. Like, no. It's a tool to reflect and to help you understand your body, but it's not like your guide. Love having it, love to see what affects my sleep. If I eat too close to bed, if I eat sugar, things like that. It's just really interesting to see what is affecting my sleep. Another wellness product that I love, this one is not as much of a non-negotiable for me, but I really do like my Hatch alarm. I highly recommend, even if you use your phone, just have an alarm that's not so jarring in the morning. Your alarm in the morning can really spike your cortisol. So having this alarm that the light changes really slow, I have it so that it sound bowls in the morning. It's so relaxing. It wakes me up so differently. I remember the first time I woke up using it, I literally felt, it sounds so crazy, but I felt like a different part of my brain waking up. It was so crazy. I don't feel that anymore. It was just the first time, but it was really interesting to notice a sensation of like, it didn't spike so fast. It was like slow. It was pleasant. And then last for my sleep routine would be my sleepy tie. This is pretty much just, I would explain it like a big scrunchie that you put your hair in when you're sleeping. And it just really helped my hair over time. I used to wake up with the most insane hair, and this has made my hair more manageable to do every single day. I am a bonnet girl, so the combination of the sleepy tie and the bonnet, it's just so much easier to do my hair on an everyday basis. It keeps my hair healthier at the bottom. I've been doing this literally for 4 or 5 years. I really do like the Sleepy Tie. Okay, now we're going to talk about supplements. So obviously Symbiotica, like I said, the magnesium, love, use it at night, just spray it. I'm only going to talk about 2 supplements. There are great supplements out there that I really do love, that I've tried, but I feel like the ones that will forever stay the most consistent in my routine is the brand Seed, which is a probiotic and a prebiotic. I have been on that for maybe 5 years and I really do love it. I feel like I don't get as sick as I used to. It really helps keep my gut healthy and I've recommended this to so many people. And then also from Symbiotica, the vitamin C. It's in little packets. It's liposomal vitamin C. They taste great. I just feel like it helps me not get sick. One packet is 500 milligrams. If I feel like someone around me is getting sick, I will take 2. So it's 1,000 milligrams. And I love them. I will keep these 2 in my routine. Now we're going to go into some morning routine habits that I love. I would say the only one here that is absolutely non-negotiable and doesn't have to be every day, but it's going to be something that I do at least a couple times a week for as long as I live is cold for the face. This can be an ice roller. This can be globes, which I love both. I have the Skinny Confidential ice roller and I love it. However, I love straight up ice. So I get a mold from Amazon. Fill it with ice. The top comes off so that it's easy to hold and use. And having the ice melt on your face, not only is it how I wash my face in the morning, that way I'm not like over stripping my face with cleanser all the time, but also the cold is so good for the face. It helps boost collagen production. It helps shrink the pores. It is so amazing for the face. So that is always in my morning routine. And then I also love my LED mask. The one that I have, the brand is Mirabella. It has 7 colors. It's only $200. I know that some LEDs can be so expensive. And it's also rechargeable, so I don't have to keep it plugged in, which I think is very annoying. And I use it every day for 10 minutes. And then the last is a little bit more of a more recent one, but either a vibrating plate or a rebounder, which is just like a mini trampoline. Either or, they do almost the same thing. It's just kind of like helping the lymphatic system, getting the blood to flow, kind of the same thing that the acupressure mat does, but opposite. So this is the morning, so it wakes up the body. The rebounder is good for your cardiovascular since it's like you're jumping, it's helping you exercise. The vibrating plate, obviously not so much because you're just standing on it, maybe doing some stretches, but I love the vibrating plate. I feel so awake when I get off of it. It like gives me a boost of energy and it really helps the lymphatic system as well, just like drain everything. It's so interesting though, because when you get off of it, at least I did, I feel so itchy. It's like when you use a massage gun, if you've ever used like a Theragun, like in the same spot, it like vibrates your blood so fast that it like makes you feel itchy. This does the same thing, but it was very intuitive for me because I have a dry brush. So when I get off my vibrating plate, I'll get the dry brush and it's helping to kind of flush all of the lymph, but it's like helping me scratch it because it's itchy. But love the vibrating plate and love the rebounder. If I'm like feeling lazy and want a good workout, I'll go on there, maybe do some like ab workouts on it while I'm jumping and it's just fun. Okay, last section here, daily and miscellaneous. So these are just things that I use on the daily that I love, that I think are worth it. Number 1 is workout sets. I love to spend my money on workout sets. Unfortunately, I just think that when you have a cute, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like the most expensive ones, but just like investing in pieces that I like, regardless of like what fancy brand it's from. Unfortunately, I do like the fancy brands. My favorite brands are CSB and Set Active, but I've also had some great stuff from Aerie. I just love like, I don't know, it makes me more excited to move my body when I feel cute in my outfit. I mean, that's just like girl math. So worth it for me, worth the investment. And yeah, I love those brands. Number 2 is very Gen Z of me. It is what it is. My Stanley. I love my Stanley. I think I got my Stanley back in 2020 and I have like too many now, like maybe 5. But I can assure you, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the brand, but just an insulated cup. Although I do feel Stanley is the one that has kept the cold the best because I really do like my water really cold. And I just feel like it just made me drink water more. And I love that. I like that my water bottle is cute. Having it as an accessory makes me want to have it more. And then it being so cold makes me want to drink it more. My mom got me the most gorgeous, like cobalt blue on brand Stanley for Christmas. And I added those little rubber things that you put in the bottom and then over the straw, and the most beautiful little blue butterfly charm that's just so gorgeous. And so I love it. Yeah, just like a good water bottle that you enjoy having, that you enjoy drinking out of, I think is so important. Okay, next up on the list is from a brand called Snow Fox Skincare. Shout out to Sydney for getting this for me. It is a gua sha hair and scalp brush. The description is stimulate acupressure points and promote healthy hair growth with our 24 gold plated gua sha hair and scalp brush. It's pretty much looks like a brush except the bristles are super hard. This has helped my hairline so much. This has helped my hair grow so much. When your scalp is stimulated and healthy, your hair can grow faster, it can grow healthier, and this has just helped my hair so much. I've been using this for about a year and I noticed a difference like 3 months into using it. Highly recommend. Sydney got all of our friends this brush, so we're all going to be blessed with gorgeous hair. Also, going on the category of hair, love my Dyson. So expensive, but I don't even want to know how much they are now. I got mine in 2020. I'm sure they're more expensive now, but I have not gone a day that I regretted getting the Dyson. I am Hispanic, so I have really like, especially in Florida, poofy hair and just really like frizzy and crazy. I was just the type of girl that would straighten my hair every day. So having the Dyson has helped me because I can manage the hair without having to flat iron it every day. And I feel like it's just helped my hair health because it's not as intense heat on the hair. And I just feel like it's so easy to blow the hair out, and that is everything to me because what a mission that is. Anything that can help me and simplify it, love. Okay, we're getting to the end of the list here. This is more of like an organizational vibe, but the brand Parallel, they have these makeup bags that everything in the makeup bag is able to stand upright. I actually got this recommendation from Alex Earl. I saw it on a video of hers and I like searched it up when I saw it because I think it's just so smart. This is kind of for anyone because you can use this as a travel bag for products when you're packing a suitcase and things like that. But just being able to have everything upright rather than laying down and having to like scrummage and search for things, I think that's so annoying. So this is such a time saver. And the bag is also, since it is for makeup, it's super easy to clean. I just wipe it down with a baby wipe and it's super easy to take care of. And I also have like the white color, so that says a lot too because it looks gorgeous. Next is my Kindle. I have a really old Kindle. I got my Kindle back in 2020. So I think the one that I have, they don't even have it anymore. It's one of the old paper whites. Don't get me wrong, I do love a physical book. I love the action of going to a bookstore. I love holding a book, turning the pages, the smell of the pages, everything. But there's just something so convenient about a Kindle that I will forever keep it. I still do get physical books, but I feel like I'm the type of person now that I will get the book on my Kindle. And if I really value and like the book, then I'll buy it so that I can have it in my collection. Because, for example, there was a point where I was reading a bunch of Colleen Hoover. Great books, love the storylines, and it's very interesting. It's fun to read. It's like you're watching a movie. But it's like once you read at least for me, once I read a fantasy book, I'm never going to read it again. Same thing with the ACOTAR series. Like I don't need these thick books in my bookshelf that I'm literally only ever going to read once. So I like the Kindle for that reason. Obviously, when you travel, it's so light and just super convenient to keep with you genuinely everywhere. So I try, and I'm going to try to get more in the habit this year too of just like having it on me at all times. That way I go more to reading than I do to scrolling. And yeah, I recommend Kindle to anyone, even if you're a book person. Like I said, get it on your Kindle first. If you like it enough, then you get the actual physical book. Or if you know that, it's going to be a book that's going to be like in your collection, like Atomic Habits or Power of Now, love those books. Is going to be like, that's a staple. I get it, wanting to read it physical, but I just think that a Kindle could benefit anyone, and the convenience of it is going to help you read more. And then last but not least is my air purifier. The brand that I have is Air Doctor. I got my air purifier a couple years ago, and it's so insane how dirty the air is. Like I recently opened it up to see because I needed a new filter. I'm like, oh my God, how disgusting. And there's like still dust that goes around my house, but this is just like piling up, just like dirt and skin and ew. So love an air purifier. I also feel like my room like smells cleaner, feels cleaner. It just like feels like more refreshing in my room. They have like smart one, so it can connect to your phone, so you can see like how dirty the air is. Kind of gross, but really interesting. And I did my fair share of research before purchasing it, so I can feel confident when I recommend it. And that is it. Like I said, these are products and routines that I really do feel enhance my life. And so I feel really confident about sharing them with you. If I had to pick my top two, oh my God, it's really hard. But I would say maybe Stanley and Dyson and Aritzia and my Aura. Yeah, those are, and my LED and my Kindle. Okay, those are my top ones. I love listening to episodes like this, so if you stuck around, I hope you loved it too. Thank you so much for being here today. And like I said, I will link as much as I can down below. New episodes every Tuesday morning. Don't forget to rate and review the show. If you want to connect, my Instagram is Stephanie_Manji. You can find links to everything there. And thank you so much for listening. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.